2 p.m. time zone. You want to make sure that your account is set up to the correct time zone. It's Premiere. Beautiful. I'll open that for us in case we need it. And awesome. So then you have your video link. Copy that. And of course it has to wait for it to finish uploading, but it should be hopefully uploaded. So 2 p.m. 95% processed. It will premiere. And before I end the video, I'm going to, there it goes, finish processing. And if I click on it, oh, there's the link again, but I did copy it. So you can find the link if you need to right there. Here. Let's see what it says. Sweet. So your thumbnail and everything will obviously be live. But here it shows premieres in 55 minutes. I'm going to set a reminder. Reminder is on. And of course, this reminder will be through your YouTube account. And now I don't know if this will show on the user side or not. So I will probably check this from another source that I'm not logged into YouTube on and see if that reminder icon is there. But it didn't prompt me to do anything, so I assume that this reminder would only work if you have a Google account that you're logged into for YouTube. So this is what it looks like pre-premiere. People can leave comments on the video that's like public comments, but then also over here is where there's this chat that is different. And here's some notes that we'll want to take good note of. Notes for notes. Press the Alt key to pause the chat. You can delete a message, block the user, take other options. Yeah, so for example, here's a premiere. Now, even though the premiere hasn't started, one thing that could be good or bad about this, we might be able to pause the chat up until the premiere starts, but we can manage moderators. And I don't know why that didn't work. We'll have to flesh through all of this. So participants, you could pull up the list, and this may only work once it's live. I don't know. But yeah, this is where you could block or mute participants. You can do top chat. You can do live chat. So moderators will probably want to have some people on both areas. But live chat, amazing. Ooh, you can do emojis. Cool. That's neat. And send. Okay. You can also hide the chat entirely. Show it again. Sorry, my internet's a little slow today. Okay, so then here is this guy. I'm going to press Control or Alt. This is on a Mac, so we'll just want to check on all of our systems. You can delete this. We can... Oh, we cannot moderate yourself. I don't know if this pauses the entire chat or if this pauses just what is displaying to people, if that makes any sense. Like the chat may still be live, but it may freeze what updates for everyone. You can also mute somebody or remove. And yeah, so we want to test this with different people in the live version. What I'm probably going to do is actually upload this as our premiere. I'm going to cancel this other premiere. And yeah, we'll try this out and see what it does. You obviously don't have a live person in this screen recording, but this kind of gives you an idea. And so then what we can also do, unless things have changed, I typically don't edit within YouTube. But for example, if we were to start our premiere early, so say 9 o'clock is when we want commencement to start, but we open the premiere at 8:50. This would be a little confusing for folks if they check the page early, but at 8:50 our slideshow could begin playing and it could be looping or whatever. And then at 9, we'd have to, of course, time this out perfectly in our file that we export. So our runtime will have to be the way that we want to be. But at 9 o'clock, then on the dot or shortly after, people aren't usually too picky about the hard start time. But then at 9 or whenever we choose to start, then we could build in a countdown into our video, and then it would actually start the actual commencement part of the video. Something I mentioned is that we could, within this, once it's playing, even though it's pre-commencement, we can have a countdown timer embedded in the video that says commencement will start at X amount of time. That way people don't freak out and think that they're late, something like that. So hopefully I've talked long enough. Oh yeah, what I was going to say before I explained all that was that within these edit video settings, I'm confusing myself because I'm in a Premiere that's not live, and we're going to be watching the Premiere in a Premiere, so like Premiere Inception. But within this, YouTube has an editor, and I believe we can actually trim this video down. Let me move my webcam out of the way. So I'm going to choose trim. Yep. And so say our intro was looping for I don't know, maybe it goes through our slideshow, plays through 2 full times before the actual commencement starts. For people who aren't here at the premiere and they want to watch it later, or if I assume if we leave this video up after the actual commencement ceremony, what we could do as an option, rather than take the video down and upload it again, because then our links aren't good. Although the landing page won't necessarily matter. There's a lot of ifs that we can discuss. But what we could do is we could drag this down and say, okay, the slideshow will play fully through only once, and then the premiere will start at this point. And that's what we can do. And then we can, I can't see with this in the way, but then I assume that we can trim it and process and do all of that. So that's an option as well. The reason to do it this way rather than pull the video down and put it back up, not that MCC necessarily cares about like how many views they get or the stats on the video or how it performs, that sort of thing. But it's rather than resetting all of that and having it look like nobody showed up for graduation online, which might look bad. This is one way to keep all of that the same while just editing the video, to my knowledge. Again, something that we'll test and see. Probably with this video, we'll see if it keeps the analytics after we trim it after the fact. But for now, I am not going to change anything. So yeah, so this is not the premiere we'll be watching. We'll be watching the screen recording instead. So there is that. And